Hi, IASvideos.com is presenting you simplified daily current affairs analysis.
Me Too movement in India. When and where the sexual harassment law holds, against whom? What is Me Too movement? How does it arrive in India? Under what law is sexual harassment at the workplace covered? How does it define sexual harassment? Is there a time frame within which the complaint has to be made? What happens if a complaint is found to be false? GS Paper 1, Issues related to women. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from indianexpress.com, dated October 14, 2018.
What we are providing here is just a 10% sample out of the full-length video. Visit our website iasvideos.com to join the course and to unlock all videos. We offer this pen drive course cash on delivery on Amazon.in too. Amazon will deliver our course to your doorstep.
What is Me Too movement? How does it arrive in India? The Me Too movement, which began as a hashtag on Twitter in 2017, has now become a global phenomenon. Following the global outrage over the Harvey Weinstein incident in the West, where the noted Hollywood producer was accused of sexual harassment by over 70 women, the hashtag Me Too movement has finally arrived in India, engulfing the whole media and the entertainment industry. Over the last several days, a number of women in India have called out influential men, actors, stand-up comics, senior journalists for illegal sexual harassment. Some of these allegations relate to actions of then colleagues of the women. Under what law is sexual harassment at the workplace covered? The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act was passed in 2013. It defines sexual harassment, lays down the procedures for a complaint and inquiry, and the action to be taken. It broadens the Vishaka guidelines, which were already in place. How does it define sexual harassment? Sexual harassment includes any one or more of the following: unwelcome acts or behavior committed directly or by implication, physical contact and advances, a demand or request for sexual favors, sexually colored remarks, showing pornography, any other unwelcome physical, verbal or non-verbal conduct of sexual nature. What were the Vishaka guidelines? These were laid down by the Supreme Court in a judgment in 1997. This was on a case filed by women's rights groups, one of which was Vishaka. They had filed a public interest litigation over the alleged gang rape of Bhanwari Devi, a social worker from Rajasthan. In 1992, she had prevented the marriage of 1-year-old girl, leading to alleged gang rape in an act of revenge. What do these guidelines say? Legally binding, these defined sexual harassment and imposed 3 key obligations on institutions: prohibition, prevention, redress. The Supreme Court directed that they establish a complaints committee which would look into matters of sexual harassment of women at the workplace. It mandates that every employer constitute an internal complaints committee at each office or branch with 10 or more employees. Is there a time frame within which the complaint has to be made? The Act states the complaint of sexual harassment has to be made within 3 months from the date of the incident. For a series of incidents, it has to be made within 3 months from the date of the last incident. However, this is not rigid. The ICC can extend the time limit if it is satisfied that the circumstances were such which prevented the woman from filing a complaint within the set period. The ICC is to record these reasons. What happens if a complaint is found to be false? Section 14 of the Act deals with punishment for false or malicious complaint and false evidence. In such a case, the ICC may recommend to the employer that it can take action against the woman or the person who has made the complaint in accordance with the provisions of the service rules.